Hi and welcome to our flow today, where we're going to focus on flowing through various different balances, enjoying the wobbles as we go, and just bringing a little bit more balance into our lives. As always, starting by settling into a comfortable seated position. Maybe just ease the shoulders back a couple of times, finding length down the spine. And taking a couple of calming breaths. Take a little bit of a scan through the body to notice how you're feeling, how you're showing up. Taking an inhale, reach the hands high. Exhale, bringing them down into prayer. Holding for a moment as you arrive on your mat and as you arrive into your practice. Allowing yourself just to bring the hands down, and we're going to meet into a nice tabletop position. So making sure wrists are stacked under shoulders, knees are stacked underneath hips. Just shift the weight around a couple of times, side to side, circling over the hands. And then settling, nice flat back. Cat-cows to begin with. So as we inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, rounding the spine, tuck the chin to the chest. Inhale, drop the belly, looking up. Exhale, rounding. Inhale. Exhale. Final one, inhaling. And then exhaling. Flattening the back down. We're going to pivot the right foot off the edge of the mat. Step the left foot back so it's in line with the right knee. Keep the right hand planted. Lift the left arm up. So you're in a supported version of side plank. See if we can lift that left foot. Holding for a moment. And then perhaps bending the left foot in towards the glute and grabbing hold with the hand. Pushing the foot back into the hand to open slightly across the chest, gaze staying high. Release the foot, lift the hand, and then pivot back into your tabletop. Other side, left foot pivots off the edge, right foot steps back, right arm lifts. Finding that position first, and then floating the right foot up. When you're ready, maybe bending that right foot in and grabbing hold with the right hand, pushing the foot back, finding that resistance between the hand and foot to open slightly through the chest. Releasing that leg and the arm, and then pivoting through into tabletop again. Ease it off from side to side. And then rolling the toes under, shifting the hips towards the heels, pressing into the hands, send the hips high, downward facing dog. Bring some movement in, pedal the feet. And then let yourself begin to settle. Feet about hip distance, hands about shoulder width, knees can be soft, gazing between the legs. Lifting the heels, tiptoe towards the top of the mat. As you meet the hands, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise tall, sending the hands high. And then exhaling through heart center. Settling into a mountain pose, palms gently facing outwards, arms relaxed down the sides of the body. Feet about hip distance and shoulders back. Inhale, send the hands high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, stepping into a high plank and lowering through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to send the right leg high, three-legged dog. You might open the hip, knee points towards the ceiling. Rounding in the spine, knee to nose, step the foot between the hands. Inhale, high lunge. As you exhale, you might find more space through the hips. Taking a moment just to observe your high lunge. And then we're going to bring the hands down into prayer. We're going to bring the weight into our front leg. And then as the body begins to dip forward, floating the left foot up, warrior three. You can stay with prayer hand. You could open the arms if you prefer. From here, we're going to take the right hand down to about 1 o'clock. Open the left hip, open the left arm high. Half moon. Gently bending into our right knee. Step the left foot back into our warrior two, lifting up. Taking a moment just to settle into it. And then we're going to take the hands down, frame the front foot. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Sending the left leg high, three-legged dog. Open the hip, knee towards the ceiling, heel to glute. Step that foot forward between the hands. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, settle. Observing your high lunge on this side. Bringing the hands into prayer. Weight comes forward, right foot floats. And we're finding our warrior three. Pressing that right heel towards the back of the mat, finding a capital T shape with the body, maybe opening the arms. Left hand is going to come down to about 11 o'clock. Open that right hip, send the right hand high. Half moon. Embrace the wobbles. Bend the left knee, step the right foot back. Let's lift up into warrior two. And take a breath. From here, windmill the hands down, frame the front foot. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a breath, allowing yourself to settle. Perhaps very slightly shortening the stance, perhaps just by a hand length. We're going to lift the right leg. And then from here, really pressing into the right hand, can we float the left arm back? Even bending the foot in. Grabbing hold. Bringing it back down. So left hand plants. Keep that right leg lifted. Knee to nose. Step the foot between the hands. High lunge as we inhale, rise. Exhale, settle. Hands back into prayer. Weight comes forward. Lift the left leg. Back into warrior three. Just for one breath. Hinging up, keeping the left leg lifted. Knee to chest. Stork pose. Crossing left ankle, right knee. Start to bend in our standing leg. Standing figure 4. Bending into that knee a little deeper to deepen the stretch. Keep breathing, that's the most important thing. Lifting back up, knee to chest. And then heel to glute. Use the left hand to catch hold of the left foot. Right hand can be out for balance. Start to lean forward, pick that left foot up. Dancer. Maybe find your mudra with that right hand. Can we bring the right hand down? Landing in sugarcane. As we release our left foot, half moon, we bend the right knee, step it back. Warrior 2. Take a breath. Bring the hands down, let's flush it out. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We take a couple of breaths. And then, as we give it a go on the other side, maybe shortening your down dog just by a hand's length or so. Left leg lifts. Pressing into that left hand. Can we float? Right hand back. Are we bending and grabbing hold of the foot? Breathe through the balance. Bringing the right hand down, three-legged dog. Stepping the foot forward between the hands. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, deepen, soften. Find space through the hips. Hands into prayer. Weight into the front leg. Float it up, warrior 3. Just for a breath. Hinging up, right knee comes up towards the chest. Stork pose. Right ankle, left knee, starting to bend into our left leg, sitting it back, standing figure 4. You should hopefully feel a nice stretch down the right glute, even as we're balancing. Reaching back up, knee to chest, and then heel to glute. Right hand catches hold, left hand out for balance. Bring the body forward slightly. Pick that right foot up, press the foot back into the hand, maybe find your mudra with your left hand. Dancer pose. Then bringing that left hand down, hinging all the way, sugarcane. Gently releasing that right foot, half moon, just for a moment. We're going to bend the left knee, step the right foot all the way back, lifting up, warrior 2. Take a breath. Bringing the hands down to frame the front foot. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. As we exhale, we're going to drop the knees and sit it back, child's pose. Taking a couple of breaths here. Allow yourself to settle. Allow the breath and the body to grow calm. And then when you're ready, walking the hands back and sitting yourself up. Give the shoulders a little roll. Maybe ease the neck. And we're going to bring the legs round. And it wouldn't really be a balancing class if we didn't give our arm balances a go. We're going to find a squat. Going to keep the feet and the knees together. Lifting to the balls of the feet if we can. Prayer hands. Now, maybe this is all we want to work on. It's finding the balance here. Maybe we're taking the left elbow, crossing it to the right knee. Twisting. And then we bring the hands down in front. The elbows can act as shelves. Bringing the weight forward, keeping the elbows bent like chaturanga arms. Gazes towards the direction that the knees are pointing in. Maybe we float the top foot up. Maybe we float the bottom foot up. Side crow. Maybe holding for a couple of breaths. And then gently just lower the feet. Coming back into that little squat balance. And we have to give it a go on the other side. So right elbow, left knee. Find that twist. Bringing the hands down. Elbows are bent. Arms like chaturanga. Bringing the weight forward. Gaze towards the direction that the knees are pointing in. Maybe float the top foot off. Maybe float the bottom foot off. Side crow. Other side. Always keep breathing. And then gently bring the feet down. Come into that squat. And then lower the hips and extend the legs. Give yourself a wobble. Let's take a nice forward fold to finish. Legs are together, feet are flexed for an active stretch. Take an inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Breathing through the stretch. Your inhales lengthen the spine. Your exhales deepen the fold. On your next inhale, lifting the gaze, sitting halfway. Exhale, sit it back. Give the legs a little bit of a wobble. And then let's bring the feet together. Let the knees drop to the side. Butterfly pose. Taking hold of the feet. Take an inhale to lift. Take an exhale, rounding over the legs. Elbows might rest against those legs. You could even use them to very gently ease the legs down to open up a little more. Allow the breath to grow calm and allow the body to begin to settle. Final breath here. Gently rolling yourself up. Maybe take the hands under the knees. Just take the feet to the mat, hands behind. And gently just wave the knees from side to side. Coming into a comfortable seated position for you. Growing nice and long in the spine, shoulders are back. Let's close our practice together, taking an inhale, reach the hands high. Exhale, bringing them down into prayer. Showing yourself some gratitude for taking the time to step onto the mat, to flow through our balancing practice, and hopefully carrying that feeling of balance forward into the rest of the day. Thank you.